Gospel of Matthew, chapter 6, verses 1 through 6, and then 16 through 21. Beware of practicing your piety before others in order to be seen by them, for then you have no reward from your Father in heaven. So whenever you give alms, do not sound a trumpet before you, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, so that they may be praised by others. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward. But when you give alms, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your alms may be done in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you. And whenever you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to stand and pray in the synagogues and at the street corners, so that they may be seen by others. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward. But whenever you pray, go into your room and shut the door, and pray to your Father who is in secret, and your Father who sees you in secret will reward you. And whenever you fast, do not look dismal, like your hypocrites. For they disfigure their faces so as to show others that they are fasting. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face, so that your fasting may not be seen by others, but by your Father who is in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust consume, and where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust consume, where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Here ends the reading. Dust. We are dust, and to dust we shall return. Today we mark our foreheads remembering what? We are dust, and to dust we shall return. And what does this mean? Now, I'm not pointing any fingers because, as they say, when you point, there are 3 fingers pointing back at myself, meaning I'm just as guilty of doing this as anyone else. But today, the most Instagrammable, the most Facebook-worthy, the most snapped, the most TikToked, the most be-reeled, the most shared selfie, the most shared photo will be an ash cross on the forehead. And for those of us who hear the lesson read today, we hear, do not pray, do not fast, do not give, where people can see you. Do you hear the hypocrisy? Even in this text, the word hypocrite is used, and in its Greek context, it means actor. Many of these social media sites are exactly that, acting. It may not be real, but we want people to believe it. And that is the reward. Now, there's nothing wrong with posting it, nothing wrong with sharing it, just as there's nothing wrong with praying or fasting or giving alms, or even doing them in public. It's not what you do, it is why you do them. Why do you do it? If you do it for show, or if you do it for others, or even if you do it just for yourself, you've missed the point. Dust. We are dust, and to dust we shall return. God is God, and we are not. We are dust. This is not derogatory. This is not condescending. This is merely a reminder so that we know that we need to live knowing that it is not about us. It is not about things. It's not about people. It's not about praise, and it's not about how many likes we get. It's about whose we are. And I get it. We have a habit. We have a learned behavior that has been programmed into the very fabric of our being. It is how we know to be. And this is what Jesus is pushing back at. Jesus pleads with us to remember, for us to remember that we are dust, and to dust we shall return. Think about why you are doing it. Because this all is temporary, and God is eternal. Now, I've heard of the song by George Strait entitled, "You'll Be There." And one line sticks out. One line is so fitting right here. It is, "I ain't never seen a hearse with a luggage rack." What we do here, what we get here, what we can't take with us. If we pray to be seen and not to hear, our reward will be seen. Exactly what we wanted, and it is temporary. If we give because we have it, if we give because it's expected, if we give to get, our reward is getting recognized here. Exactly what we wanted, and it is temporary. If we fast or wear ashes on our forehead to bolster us up, to act like we are righteous, to get some likes, then our reward is that others will see it. Our reward will be that others will like it and comment on it. And that's exactly what we wanted. And it is temporary. Where are your treasures? Today, hear Jesus say to you, as you mark your head with the sign of the cross, you are dust, and to dust you shall return. Only one thing is eternal. Live generously. Aim for a closer relationship with God. That is eternal. Because I ain't ever seen a hearse with a luggage rack.